what those look like there. We've also got this situation where a new documentary focusing on the coronavirus and personal stories of members of the Sacramento community is happening.
Yeah, Dina Cooper joins us live via Zoom, catching up with the minds behind this film.
Hey, Dina.
Good morning to all of you. Yes, good morning. So we are live this morning on Zoom, and we have some very important pieces of this documentary that we want to highlight. But first, let's talk about how the documentary came to be and the fact that there is this local Sacramento connection. So Shonda Christensen, you're really the brains behind this piece. So let's talk to you first. What is the documentary about, and what's the premise? What was your purpose for wanting to create this right now?
It started the day that Disneyland announced that they were closing. I was like, oh my God, something's about ready to happen that we've never been through before. And it was just, I just couldn't even believe it. And I just knew that I needed to get out there and document it. So the first day of the shutdowns, it began. And it transformed into wanting to focus on helping people through the loneliness and despair of, being stuck at home, not being able to go out and do stuff with your friends. And sometimes it helps to be able to talk to other people and hear other people's stories. We're not alone. Like, it feels like we're alone, but we're not, because it's going on all throughout the world. So then I teamed up with my friend Arlene, and she helped us reach out to people around the world. And it's just transformed into something, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and Arlene, let's talk to you now. So you are one of the line producers for this, as well as you make an appearance in the film as well. So let's talk about kind of why you wanted to reach out to people around the world to talk about what's going on with coronavirus and how it's impacting them.
Well, I knew that there would be a lot of fear, a lot of unknowns. And so when Shonda came to me, she's like, hey, Arlene, this is history in the making. She's like, let's record this. And I couldn't turn that away, because I know I was afraid, and I knew that there had to be a lot of people who had to also be afraid. So it was kind of a humanitarian thing for me to come on board. So I reached out. I had military connections. My dad was in the military, my ex-husband was in the military. We traveled all over, and I started reaching out to friends. I'm like, hey, do you have friends out here in Italy and Spain? Well, a personal friend in Spain. And I was like, can you share your experiences with us? And do you mind going on air and recording this? And they're like, let's do this, because they wanted to do the same thing. They wanted to connect with others as well.
Yeah, I think that even the title 6 Feet of Separation, it really does just hone in on what we're all this collective unit experiencing the same thing, but in such different ways. And so, Dee Wallace, I want to talk to you as well. You're one of the actresses in this piece.
Yes.
What exactly do you portray, and what was it like being in this?
Well, I portray me. And I wanted to be a part of this because I think it's a really good marker for the history of the world. We haven't really ever gone through this in our lifetimes anywhere to this extent. And I also wanted to be a part of it to bring in some of the points of balance and positivity and hope, and also highlight some of the good things that are coming out of this pandemic.
Yes, I know sometimes it's hard to find the silver lining, but I think if you look hard enough, there might just be one for all of us. Shonda, I know you produced a couple of films now in the Sacramento area. We're so fortunate to have you here locally. Where can people watch the film, and how can they stream it if they want to do so this week?
Well, they can actually visit our website, megareelentertainment.com. It's a great spot to check out everything that we're doing here in the Sacramento area. And also, there's a link there that will take you right to 6 Feet of Separation. So I hope everybody gets something great out of it. There's a lot of great stuff in there from a life coach here in Sacramento that's actually got a hotline for anybody that needs to talk to someone. So yeah.
Okay, well, I think it's so important that, we all feel like we can be connected and we're not alone in this time, and this is such an artistic way to do that. So thank you, ladies, so much for joining us this morning. Again, 6 Feet of Separation. We'll have all the information on our Good Day Sacramento website as well. Thank you so much. Stay safe and well, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
All right,
How about
back
that?
to you guys in the studio.
Great
How about
work,
that?
huh? Yeah.
That was pretty impressive by Dina, because you had Dee Wallace. You didn't ask her a single question about E.T. She stayed on point.
She stayed on task.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thanks, Dina. Okay, so now